ORIGINIESOUNDS. Bang bang receipt gang.
Showtime? Oh boy. I ain't gonna keep it long, and I ain't gonna talk a bunch of shit before I get to my point here. My point is this. Yeah, X marks the spot where the eclipse just went over. I started doing research on Cairo, Illinois, right? You know, this was one of our indigenous autochthonous towns on the Mississippi River until, if you read, all of this shit happened back then, and now it's a ghost town. So, what I'm saying to all my aboriginals, origines, autochthonous individuals on the app, you want some land? Dane already told y'all it only take 150 people to go up to a spot, agree on something, and self-govern. So why we not here on the Mississippi setting up our own thing right now? Recreation, commerce, a place to live in peace. There's nobody here, and it's already structurally and foundationally set up. It's already there, and nobody lives there on the Mississippi River. I say we get together and go back home.
Located next to the meeting point of the Ohio and Mississippi rivers, it was once one of the most significant logistical locations in the U.S. It has, however, experienced one of the most significant declines of a small city in U.S. history. This is what happened to Cairo, Illinois. Cairo, Illinois was established in the late 1830s. With comparisons to the Nile River region, the surrounding area and region of Illinois would be nicknamed Little Egypt, with Cairo being named after the more well-known Egyptian city. It would grow with the railroads and steamboats, and would serve as one of the headquarters of the Union Army in the Civil War. From 1850 to 1870, the city would grow from 242 to over 6,200, becoming a river boom town, capitalizing on its logistical location. And it would further continue to grow to its peak of just over 15,200 in the 1920 census. Before rail bridges were in the area, Cairo would become a major ferry point, annually moving hundreds of thousands of train cars. Over time, though, much of what would make Cairo a major location would change. Rail bridges were eventually built and would render the rail ferries obsolete, and trains no longer needed to stop there. Cars and roads would lessen the importance of river and rail travel and transport, and when car bridges were eventually built, the need for ferrying them ceased. Tugboats would eventually replace steamboats, as they were now obsolete, and thus many of the supporting industries in the area would no longer be needed. The city would also have a long history of racial and social tension, with a long saga of violence, riots, boycotts, and political strife, particularly in the early 1900s and the 1960s.
OriginieSounds. Bang bang receipt gang.
Ho ho ho!